Hey everybody, let's go ahead, jump right into this reading, my love. Let us see what the messages are that Spirit has here for you on today. Please do keep in mind, y'all, these are general messages. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we got a card that stayed behind from a different deck. It is the Wedding Rings card, okay? Child, we see what somebody is thinking, what somebody has on their mind. That keeps coming up, okay? That was the energy for you yesterday. All right? And the day before that. And the day before. This person wants to be with you, feminine or masculine. Put yourself whichever side you go. We have coffee cup, meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendship. Okay. Grounding. Okay. Stability and security, performance, growth, and endurance. Okay. Soulmates, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, and life partner. All right. Bad shuffle. Love call. Expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. Alright. Underlying energy here is blowing kiss. Okay. Unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness in love, and affection return. Ooh. Okay. Then we have love back here. Unconditional love, self-love and wholeness, affection and attraction, selflessness. I feel like you're a selfless individual who fully loves yourself. So therefore, you're very magnetic and you're attracting the love that you want to you. All right. You may have a very specific person in mind. You may know exactly who this is. This soulmate here. Somebody feels like they have a really great connection to you. They feel like the love is eternal or something that's going to last forever. Okay. It's going to last forever. Let's see. That's how they feel. You don't have to be with someone to love them. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right. I left you before you could leave me. Okay, that's the card here. It's the hidden truth. And I want you, but I left you before you could leave me. Very interesting. Okay. I'm gonna put these over here. I just feel like, move this over like this. Can you guys still see? Let me see. Nope, that's best. Okay, let's leave that there. My life is not as together as it seems. Okay. You and I were too young. Oh. I wonder if you are happy without me. And so many things remind me of you. Okay. Underlying energy here, the timing just wasn't right for us. So they feel like things are better now, you know, more in alignment. You were the best thing in my life. All right. So again, someone they feel like they will love forever. Okay, I'm going to just completely move these. Put these over here. Okay, that's better. This is giving like right person, wrong time. That's how they felt. Thinking if you're happy now without them, but the two of you are in a state of separation, you know, physical separation. Are you happy without them? That energy is loud. My life is not as together as it seems, because I feel like they're missing you and they're wondering what life with you could be like. And because things are not quite where they feel like they should be, or they know they could be, they distance themselves from you. This is like before. You know, they distance themselves from you. Now they want to come back together. So, again, that tells me perhaps they've stabilized themselves and they've brought in the security that they've been looking for. So it's like, now I want to express this love. Now I want to let you know how I feel about you. Now I want to go all in and see what this can be, because I have what it takes to invest into this. Before, maybe they didn't have much to give. It's like, what can I do for you if I don't have much to give? If I can't do much for myself, what can I do for you? So the timing just wasn't right. But that was then and this is now. So let's see. All right, we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah. All right, it's like they stabilized themselves, or they got into a place where they feel a lot more grounded. They feel secure. Yeah, we have the Four of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. They have peace. Okay. Their mind is at ease now because they, you know, they feel confident in their ability to provide. Eight of Pentacles is about building yourself up, building something up. So I feel like they've been working really hard on this, working really hard on getting themselves together, getting their life together, and keeping it together, you know. So like, you got your shit together. They got their stuff together, okay? It's all the way together. They sleep well at night, knowing that their stuff is together, you know what I mean? We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about commitment, again. So when this person thinks about you, they're thinking marriage. They're thinking this is an everlasting soul connection, you know. This is a promise that I made to someone, soul to soul, heart to heart, that I really want to keep. I have every intention on keeping. And I feel like what's required here is taking a leap of faith, and with doing so, things are going to work out way better than you could have ever imagined. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity. All right, and then we have the Nine of Cups. The Six of Pentacles is also about generosity. Okay, so someone may want to do something nice for you. Right here where it says expressing love. Okay, so be in the energy of receiving. You're in the energy of receiving right now. This person has a lot to give. I was about to say, it's something about the energy that says you're very appreciative. Whatever this person does, no matter how small or how grand, you're always appreciative. So this person wants to go like above and beyond here. Do something that really is going to make you happy. Okay, put a big smile on your face. They just want to put a big smile on your face. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. This could be a plan they've been working on for quite some time, or something they've come up with and they just were waiting on the right time to execute. I feel like that time is rapidly approaching. And it's funny to use the word rapidly when the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight of them all. But that's how I heard it. It's like they took their time with the plan so that when it's time to act, there's no taking time. It's just moving in action, you know? Okay, we have the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor feels ready. Ready to provide, ready to love on you, ready for this new beginning. So again, it feels like in the event that they let it go or things never got up and running between you and this person, it was because they weren't in a place they felt like they were able to give you what they see you deserve. So it's like now that I'm in a place where I'm more stable, I'm secure, I'm grounded, I'm mature. I feel like my stuff is all way together. I have my routine. I know what I like, what I don't like. You know, I have ways about me that make me that make me this emperor, this empowered, you know, authoritative individual. Okay, so someone who's calling the shots in my own life, not being controlled, not being manipulated, you know, someone who knows what they want, someone who sees you as their life partner. It's like having everything except for that, you know. I have this amazing friendship with this person that I've built up. I feel elevated every time I'm around them. Whenever I'm not around them, I'm thinking of them. I'm wanting to reach out to them. When they reach out to me, I'm elated. I'm ecstatic. You know, this is the happiest day ever. You know, especially if you two haven't spoken in a while. If you're ever head down, busy at work, some of you are creatives. If they're ever head down, busy at work, you know. But in between time, in the meantime, there's a lot of catching up going on or about to take place. Okay. Even with all the work that you're doing or all the work that they're doing, there's still a lot of conversation that's about to happen. Okay. So let's see what we got. All right, the Lovers. Yeah, your divine counterpart just wants to come together with you. Okay, they might be afraid of your rejection here because, again, they did walk away from you at some point. Okay, but again, I feel like they withdrew from the connection because they weren't in a place to give you certain things or do certain things for you. They didn't feel like they could contribute anything to you. If anything, they felt like they would have been a burden to you or they would have caused you additional stress. But whatever you were going through, or whatever you had, you know, happening in your life at the time, I feel like being without you breaks this person's heart and they kind of guard it and keep it to themselves. It's something that they want to speak to you about, and until they speak to you about it, it's like they're just going to put this armor around their heart. It's like they're saying it's for you, it's on reserve for you. So they have some things that they want to talk to you about. We have the Page of Cups here. This could be an apology. This could be reconciliation, a combination of both. If you had anything you ever wanted the answers to, if in any way this person has felt like you started pulling back, becoming cold, being distant, anything like that, they know why and they want to apologize again and explain whatever they feel like they need to. We have the Fool card here. Okay, again, what will really bring peace to this person's chaos is having this new beginning with you, because it's like they're going through something internally. They know that they made the best decision because that's just the reality. The truth is, if a person feels like they're not ready to receive you and all they would do is add more stress and burden to you, you need to believe them. And it takes, you know, it takes a lot to walk away from something you feel like is your soulmate, someone you feel like is your soulmate, to be like, oh, no, I'm not ready for this. You know, that's not easy. That's selfless. It would be selfish to say, well, that's my soulmate. I want to be with them. They want to be with me. I'm going to do it. I'm not ready. this probably gonna be hell, but let's do it anyways. That's selfish, you know? So especially if they saw that you were in a place where you were healing, or you were thriving, you were happy, anything like that, they didn't want to put any additional things on you, you know, and then let you would have been going through some stress or some burdens already, or some hardships as was, you know what I'm saying? Can't say as is because you ain't dealing with that right now. It's just like it was too much. They didn't want to be something else. They didn't want to add on to. Okay, your workload, 8 of Pentacles. All right, so let us see. So I work up on self, build up on self, and then I can work on something with somebody else. 9 of Cups. But that's their heart's desires and wish fulfillment to get the opportunity to build that up with you. Okay? A lot of you felt like extremely disappointed when things didn't work out the way you wanted it to initially. So this person coming to you and saying, let's do it, you know. And again, everybody's situation is different. You know what's what. Because the person that I'm talking about is a genuine soul. It's not somebody that was out here trying to play mind games with you. It's not somebody that was manipulating you at all. That's not the energy that's here. This is somebody that had to make a mature decision, even if it was going to hurt them or hurt you. They had to just make the best decision at the time, with taking that chance or that risk that in the event I return, you may not want to deal with me anymore. But I wasn't ready. And all I would have done was made your life harder or more difficult. They didn't want to do that. That's not the right thing to do, you know. It's just like a moral thing. It's just not morally correct. Okay, just like when we say a person is with someone and maybe they meet somebody else. This is a different situation, by the way, a different example. And obviously you wouldn't want to just creep or cheat or this or that. In the event you start developing feelings, the morally correct thing to do would be to be honest and say, hey, this is what I'm going through, this is what's happening. I just feel I owe you this truth, so you can do with it what you would like to do with it. You get what I'm saying? It's just a way to move when you're morally correct or you upright. You know? It's just a certain way to move. You don't waste a person's time. Like so many times, people will hear that and be like, no, it'd have been okay. We could have worked it out. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, then the person puts them through hell and they like, they should have just left me alone. See, it's like pick a side. Pick a side. So the person possibly didn't want you to hate them forever for having threw burdens on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, let me get myself together first and take that chance, take that risk, because it's a possibility that when I come back, you might be with somebody else. You might not want me no more. You might not look at me the same. You might not find me attractive, you know, different things like that. But if any of that is the case, then it's just not meant. Either not meant at the time or not meant at all. Okay? So again, you know what your situation is. Use your discernment if you have it. If you don't, again, use the sense that you have. You know your situation. Okay? So as previously stated, going from I made the plan to now I'm going to execute the plan. Plan was build myself up, you know, grow, expand. I've done that. 6 of Cups, okay, memories, nostalgia. This person thinks back a lot to how you were there for them when they didn't have much. Okay, that's something they think about a lot. They think about how you loved them when they didn't have much, or how you never really wanted much from them other than them. Okay, it's like if anything else were to be given or, you know, like gifted to you or anything like that, that's fine. But I'm saying you didn't go in it with the intentions of using them for what they had or wanting them for what they had. You wanted them for them. You could have also, you know, grown up with this person, right? 6 of Cups is also related to children. If there's child or children involved here in some way, and again, they just weren't able to do or give or provide, it's like, why would I disturb whatever you're doing? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, we have the High Priestess. So there could be a lot of telepathic communication between you and this person. Some of you may feel that they're coming back. That could be why you clicked on this video. You probably haven't thought about them in a while. Okay, then they've been coming up in your mind, in your heart, You're like, what is this? Why is this happening? Haven't heard from them in a while. Remember, they left you before you could leave them. Right? They left the situation before you could say, well, this person can't do nothing for me. They ain't got nothing for me. They stress me out. They a burden. They made the decision to walk away in advance. And some of you felt just betrayed and disappointed. They should have talked to you. They should have this. They should have that. And maybe that's correct. But they did what they felt like was best for them. You know? And you have to do what you feel like is best for you. And if this isn't it, then you be honest with yourself about that. But for a lot of you, you know, if it's the person, it's the person. It's one of those you can't help who you love type situations. All right, we have the King of Cups. All right, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this person loves you deep. Okay, very deep. This is a nurturing person. This is somebody that doesn't mind expressing their affection. Okay, the Emperor is not just divine masculine, it's husband, it's father. If this person were to be a husband, think of this as somebody that, you know, comforts you and make sure that you're okay and that you have everything that you need when you need it. Okay, if there's anything they can do to surprise you, put a smile on your face, make you happy, make your day better, make your life lighter, that's what they want to do. If this is a father figure or father, this is somebody that, you know, kisses the boo-boos, teaches you how to tie your shoes, teaches you all about your personal hygiene, you know, because they really care. They really care. Like, they go above and beyond. They sit there, get their nails painted, you know, like they're playing wrestling with their sons. Like, this is that type of father, okay, and husband. They're very pure-spirited. Okay, that's what it feels like. So again, you know if the person that you're thinking of is like that or not. If not, then we're not talking about them. We're not talking about them, okay? I feel like a lot of people deal with really low vibrational energies that stay low vibrational. We talking like demonic type, and they be trying to make that into this, and it's just not the same thing. And there are readings where those energies do come out and you will know it's about them, but this is not that. Remember, you and I were too young, Six of Cups. They could have felt like they were too young for what they felt like they wanted with you. Like, this person want wedding rings with you, and maybe they weren't in a space in their life where they're like, yeah, that's what I want to do. Like, I want that with you, but that's not what I want to do right now. So if that's what you wanted right then y'all were on two different pages at the time. A Star card. But they do feel like this is fate. This is a destined connection. This is what they want to talk to you about. This is something they feel strongly in their hearts. They feel like this is a destined connection. It's meant to be. It's always been meant to be. They just had things they needed to do. Okay. What is that song I'm thinking of? Hold on. It's a song, I can't think of it right now, that speaks about, you know, like the man going away, doing what he got to do, getting it together, getting all that stuff right, and then coming back. Can't think of it right now, but that's what this feels like. A conversation could have definitely been had, though. I feel where you're coming from, feminine, because it's like you didn't know what was going on. Okay, maybe they, you know how a person will decide to get married and then they get cold feet. Now, I'm hoping it wasn't anything like that, but it could have been for some of you. And then they come back like, hey, and of course you wouldn't be like, yeah, let's jump right into a new beginning. You left me at the altar, or, you know, something like that. This person feels like they can be all of themselves with you. You feel the same when it comes to them. You can be all of yourself with them. Let your hair down. Unwind. You feel safe with them. You feel you can trust them. Okay. The type of person that they are in heart and nature. That's why it hurt you so bad when the two of you split. Like some people split and it's like they're upset because it's, you know, other reasons maybe. But you're upset because it's like, you know, you're an amazing person. I'm an amazing person. We should be together. We shouldn't be apart, you know? So you was like upset because of that. Like it's very rare you find two genuine souls and they're in love with each other. That's rare. So you find that, hold on to it. Yeah, you know, Four of Pentacles, you find that, you hold on to it. So that could be where you were coming from. You know, it's never that you didn't trust them and this and that. That's what was so disappointing. You know, they look at you like if there's anybody I would marry, it would be you, but I'm not ready right now. And you look at them, or this is past tense, and you looked at them like, you know, you're everything you feel like a husband should be. You know, they're everything you feel like a husband should be. All right. Everything you feel like a husband is, shall we say. You know, but they've proven that though. A provider, a protector. They were not in a space or position to provide or protect or to keep you safe and secure, so they made a tough decision. All right, Queen of Pentacles. And to top it off, the two of you match. You got the King and Queen of Pentacles, King and Queen of Cups. All right, Ace of Pentacles. They want to make this offer to you. That's my engagement ring. You're very stable, you're secure, you're confident, you're grounded. The energies match. All right, so imagine if you were in that position already too. Like some of you didn't have no choice but to be in that independent, you know, position, stable position for a really long time. It's like if you didn't do it for yourself, who would have did it? You know, you wasn't sitting around waiting for somebody to do it, but the person knew that you created a certain level of stability and comfort for yourself and wasn't there, wasn't about to come in and just mess you up. Okay. If anything, it sounds to me like they have a lot of respect for you. You know? And it takes that certain level of maturity to really understand and see it that way. But again, a conversation would have just helped so much. If the person, like they say, were young and mature, a part of that immaturity is not having that discussion. You know, they didn't have that discussion. They should have, yes, but were they mature enough emotionally to put that together? No. Now they are, you know. So again, double wish fulfillment. You're this person's wish. It's your twin soul. They're hoping and praying that you see that they've changed. New phase and rekindle, renew and growth, change mind, rise from ashes. Yin and yang, balance, union and duality, complement, polar opposites. All right. So you could have felt like the person just was stringing you along, or like they treated it like it was a hookup situation, sneaky link situation, one night stand, take it as it applies. Some of that or none of that. Okay. Okay, that's interesting to come out for that question. I asked, what are they thinking about feminine right now? Like right now, here in this moment. And we got the Hermit. All right, so this person is thinking you're ghosting or you're having a moment of, you know, being isolated. You're going through isolation right now. You don't want anybody to come too close. And what's interesting about this, though, is the why. It's like they feel like you're trying to hide your disappointment, or your silence speaks louder than you realize. Sometimes a person may not say anything because they don't know what to say. Not because they don't have anything that they could say, but that they don't want to say the wrong thing. They don't want to misspeak, you know. I don't want to say the wrong thing and then mess up something that's so great. It's not always going to be happy. It's not always going to be good. You should be able to say what you're thinking, say what you're feeling. That's true. But sometimes you have to have that moment to separate your disappointed feelings, your disappointment, you know, from your true feelings. Like, you love this person and they love you. But again, you experienced what you felt like was ultimate disappointment. This is why a lot of the time people will say, you know, if you really know who your twin is, sometimes it just feels like it's a crude joke from the universe. Like, you know, here's your perfect person, but you can't have them. You know, that type of thing. They match you so well. Y'all match each other so well. Like I said, complementary. Even if you're polar opposites, like, it just works. Everything that they need, you have. Everything you need, they have. You know, as within, like, your traits and your characteristics and your personality and your spirit. So that's why a lot of times it feels like a crude joke. And you have to be able to separate, again, your disappointment from your true feelings. To be able to say, yes, I love this person. And I can see how that makes sense. And I can see why that would be the right thing to do in XYZ 1, 2, 3. Now, if you and this person had a child together and they did that, nah, that's not right. Because you probably weren't ready either, but you have to get ready. That's the thing about it. When you're the mother, you don't really get that choice. You don't get that option. You just have to be ready. You have to get ready. That's it. There is no, I wasn't ready, so no, you just get ready. But again, I feel like that comes with a certain level of maturity, because not every mother has done that. Not every person that has a child or carried a child is a mother. That's my opinion. But opinions and they holes, we all have them, okay? But hey, you talking, you know, to somebody that be in the paint with their kids every day, all day, so that's different. You know, I'm a mother, you know. But like, those people that just carry and don't really contribute anything to the overall well-being of the child or their livelihood or their happiness, no, it's not a mother, okay? But yeah, I feel like a lot of the time the woman is the one who has to get ready. You know, there's no choice. And the man just runs off because he's not ready yet. And it's like, what are you talking about? You was ready when you was doing grown folk business. You know, I sound like the elders, but that's facts. If there ever were facts, those are them. People be grown enough to do the do and not grown enough to handle, you know, big responsibilities. That's what comes with it. And this person, even with that, you know, if you guys were intimate or anything like that, person said, oh, I could see myself having children with this person and, you know, like marrying this person, having children with this person. I'm not ready for that. I need to get my life together. Like, you could have... Okay, you could have woke something up inside them. I can't even say the beast. You woke something else up. You woke the emperor up. They said, oh, I gotta get things together. Okay, so this person feels like that, you know, that you're staying to yourself, and they feel like you try to hide your disappointment. You try to hide your sadness. But remember, you guys are connected at the soul level. The moon is also a representation of the soul. So the two of you are connected at the soul level. And they feel you. All right? They feel you. They feel what you're feeling and why. Yeah, and it worries them. It concerns them. You know, that's why they want you to know I left you before you could leave me. It wasn't that I didn't want you, that I don't love you, that I didn't want to be with you. None of that. None of that at all. Okay, but again, the walks of life will take you somewhere different. Sometimes. So when this person approaches, or when they come towards you to speak this truth, you know, prayerfully the stars will align, and it seems like they will. Again, double wish fulfillment here. Somebody may have to walk away from something karmic in order to make that happen. That's not going to resonate with everybody, but definitely for somebody. This person is clear on what they want. There's no confusion about it. And they want to come in and speak their truth, deliver their truth here. They could have at some point been surrounded by a lot of karmic energy. You know, it's about divine timing. The timing just, like they keep saying, you know, it wasn't right then. They want to see if it's right now. You have that choice, though, to be like, nope. You know, that free will choice. Nope, this isn't it for me anymore. I thought I wanted it, don't want it. Excuse me. You couldn't communicate with me, but again, I'm going to keep saying, that was before, this is now. All right? This is a whole new situation. You just never know. I feel like they really think it could work, you know. In their mind, this could really work. They still see you as the person that they love. Again, we got unconditional love here. Can you find it in your heart to forgive them, feminine? And even if you do forgive them, some of you may say, I forgive them, but that's it, you know. Because Ten of Swords is ultimate betrayal. Once a person feels like that, it's hard to come back from that energy, you know. They're hoping you return, though. They're certainly hoping that this hermit thing you're going through is temporary. They're praying that you return, that everything works itself out, that they're able to be wedded with the person that they truly want to spend their life with. They're going out on faith. They're going to move with faith here. Come towards you, make this offer again, because they just feel like it's meant to be. They're not going to shake that feeling. They're not going to be able to. All right, so those are the messages, my love. That's just what it is. They want to be with you. They feel like this is the person for them. You're the person for them. All right, so I pray that this helps you. I know it will. If this was your reading or you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Peace and Agries.